Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Spencer Tillis.
And I'm Giselle Espinales.
And this is the Delmarva Sports Insider. Coming up later on in the show, it was rivalry night over in Camden as the Riders hosted Dover, but who took the early season bragging rights?
And the high school football season may be over, but it's time for the stars of the season to shine in Cambridge for the All-Star game. Highlights of that later in the show.
And it was the Battle of the Warriors as Mardella girls basketball took on Pocomoke with first place in the Bayside South on the line. We'll show you how Mardella got it done in just a bit. But we begin today with the game of the week. Parkside returned home on Thursday, taking on Washington in a battle of undefeated teams expecting to challenge for that conference title. Pick things up here in the second half, and the Rams on the run after a steal by Dejor Diggs, and he throws it up top to Colin Gaynor, and he goes and gets that thing and flushes it home with two hands. The Jags were down double digits, but their full court press got them back into this thing. Shakur Cotman comes up with a steal. He lays it in with the left hand at the other side. And then it was Montrez Oliver. He comes up with a steal himself. He takes it to coast to coast. That got it down to a 1-point game, but the Rams would figure that press out just in time. Juwan Williams here at the other end goes over to Gaynor. He goes up top. Another two-handed Thunder slam right there. And then this was the play that everyone was talking about. The exclamation mark. Gaynor one more time. Diggs off the backboard to him. He cocks that thing back and slams it with two hands home. That sealed the deal, and what a way to end it right there. Parkside, they get a huge win in a shootout, 100-90 to the final there.
Almost broke the glass there.
It was something to watch. You should have seen the entire building. I mean, their fans lost in that moment. I mean, Parkside, they're looking all kinds of good right now. It's not just Gaynor right now. They have a squad of people that are making some serious plays out there. You look at the fact that Diggs was one rebound shy of a triple-double. They had 15 assists to go along with 23 points. They had 4 players that recorded double-doubles in that game. I mean, they get contributions from so many different guys. You can't just key on one guy right now to stop this entire team, and I think that's what's going to make them so dangerous on the stretch. You can afford to have a guy have a bad game, even 2 of their best players have a bad game, because they go 4, 5, 6 deep, and they are just talented on that roster.
The team to beat, I mean, it seems like they really are. 100 points, that trio is something else. Gaynor ended up scoring 11 of the game's first 16 points, but both teams, I mean, this game could have gone either way. Washington had pulled within 1 and were just 4 points behind, 94-90, when Parkside had that big run. But the Rams are going to be the team to watch and the team to beat.
Yeah, definitely. They're right now sitting in that first place. They are looking good.
And over in Delaware, Sussex Tech 1-1, taking on Polytech 2-0, and the Panthers trying to stay undefeated, and sometimes you got to put a little muscle in it. John Pierce gets blocked, pulls a nice move and gets it in for 2, and Polytech looking like a powerhouse this season. But let's not count out the Ravens. Brandon Palmer passes that one to Aubrey Allen for the layup, and the Sussex Tech is right in it, and defensively making plays too. That's a steal right there from number 24. Passes it to Jeff Monko to Taryn Abbott, who misses the lay-in, but Patrick Griffin follows through for the putback. We got a game here, but check this out. Might have sealed this game. Polytech, Jawan Gray goes here. Look at that.
How about that outlet? Over
Dunk.
the shoulder?
Huge dunk. And the Panthers remain undefeated as they take down the Ravens 59-46 with the win. And you saw the slow-mo there. I mean, it's just perfect. A huge rivalry game between these two teams. Only one winner from Thursday night, the Panthers, and they know how to make plays down the stretch, and that's where it's going to matter the most this season. This could have been an early playoff preview. Spencer, I know it's too soon, but you never know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Polytech, they are really good. I know right now, though, you look at Sussex Tech, this one hurts. I mean, it was at home there right in the game. They got back in this thing in the 4th. The problem was Shawan Sykes had a tough night. He is by far that best player on that team. I mean, he makes the Ravens go, and he just could not seem to find his footing in that game. He was struggling a little bit, I think, with the length of Polytech, which, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Everybody that plays Polytech is going to struggle with that. They are a huge team. But, you know, we'll see if they can get one back here on the road. That's going to be tough going up there to win a game. Well, Bennett was looking for a bounce-back win on Friday night when they hosted Snow Hill. That would be the Bleacher Creatures, and they are probably the coolest kids in the entire school. Well, Michael Jeans Carl's there with a kick out. He finds Tyreek Young in the corner, and he drills that corner 3 right there. The Clippers rolling out, and check out the handles here by Trayshawn Wright, breaking ankles all the way and drops a dime to Barry Gaines. Snow Hill kept fighting, though, and a nice move here from Amir Fisher, who finds Trevor Cooper for 2. Bennett keeps going, and it'll be a great back-and-forth game here. But eventually the Eagles would win this thing, or would lose this thing, I should rather say. Bennett ends up winning a good game, and they looked really good at this. The fact of the matter is, this was a really impressive game by the Clippers because their best player, Jordan Duffy, was sidelined this entire time, and the fact is that guy is unbelievable. He was my Bayside pick for player of the year. This guy is unbelievably good. His first game of the year, he was just dominant. He dropped over, I think it was near 40 points in that game. And then he gets kicked out of that Pocono game. They have a tough time trying to bounce back without him there. And I thought they might struggle offensively, but this team did not miss a beat. Everyone picked up the slack, and they definitely looked really good.
You know, they say the sixth man of the year might belong to the bleachers creatures. The game, of course, a great one, but in all sporting events, if you have a great environment inside with the help of students, fans, and parents, that helps push a team to victory, which is what happened with Bennett.
Yeah, it definitely looked that way.
And over in Easton, the Warriors were hosting the Kent County Trojans. Easton just trying to get back on track in the first, not the best way to get things started for them, though. The Trojans, though, that's exactly how you want to set the tone of the game. Off the steal, Manuel Camper gets in for 2. And this game is looking good for the Trojans. Next, Ryan Hall with the jumper, and just like that, Easton looking to get into their stride. Kent County still with the 14-10 lead in the first, and in close games, you got to move the ball. That's exactly what the Warriors did. Pass it around, finds its way to Jack Wheatley. He nails it in, but the Trojans end up edging out the Warriors 56-53, and a collective effort by Kent County to hold off Easton. A tough atmosphere to play in, and on the road, they got their first win of the season. It was down to the wire at the end, but they were able to seal the deal.
Yeah, this is tough right now. I mean, I know it's only week 2 right now, but the panic button has got to be getting pressed right now for the Warriors. This team won the Bayside tournament last year, and they look like they are seriously struggling right now. They can't seem to generate any kind of offense. The fact is, you know they were going to have a tough go. I mean, playing Parkside early on, but they lost by 61 points in that game. I mean, I know Parkside is one of the best teams here. You can't lose by 61 if you're expecting to be a good team. Then to lose at home to Kent County, I mean, I know it was a tight game. I know it was close. They were there throughout. But they got to find a way to win a game like that. At 1-2, only 3 games in, but there's a couple of really alarming stats that are going on.
They got a panic button. They need an easy button, too.
They need something in their life to go right now. Well, it's time for our first commercial break, but coming up next, it was the Battle of the Unbeatens as Y-High hosted Stephen Decatur on Thursday. But could the Seahawks continue to impress with another road win? Find out next.
This is Coach Dave Byer, head coach of Parkside High School, here watching Delmarva Sports Insider.